And now on third down, shadow of their own goalpost, needing some breathing room. Quick handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Here's the punt, and he's done better. Not much on that one. And the returner will be knocked down. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
And this QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Rainbow Warriors want to crank the tempo. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Going deep, and it falls incomplete, but that would have been disastrous. A defender was right there. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Florida Atlantic pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. The Owls were clicking in every phase of the game, and the results speak for themselves. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking for an open man on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Fourth down.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Troy is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Grab near the sticks. It's Ross. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw.
And the pass hits, picked off. Looking for more room. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Got his man downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest.
Lofts one high and deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Troy! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working, a lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
Safe completion on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. They've got the screen set up. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Wants to return it. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third down, he drops to throw. With the catch, it's Ross. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Using the quick game. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking for a crease to the left. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, they picked up that first running the football. That's good news for an offensive line that really has been getting pushed around and bullied in this game so far. Let's see what happens moving forward.
And the Trojans are flying down the field. Quickly complete. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. And he intercepts it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Looking to pass on second down. That's caught. It's Perry. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking to go up top on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Rainbow Warriors have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
He wants to throw it again. Takes the easy completion.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys in the field.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He lofts one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Rainbow Warriors will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game.
He's loose. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Trojans.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Louisiana came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact, this wasn't ever really in question. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Perry. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Rainbow Warriors have pushed it inside the 20. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Gets it out quickly. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Timeout, Troy.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. He's looking to throw. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
It's now second and goal to go.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line and hauls it in. He's backed up deep in his own territory. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Trying to find his man on first down. Zings it complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback will audible. Comes out throwing on first down. He fires one deep over the middle. Intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
One more snap coming before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far in Troy today. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's head back to our team inside Veterans Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Rainbow Warriors will kick it away to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with him.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Six-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Ross. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They'll try the run. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, you know, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Finds his man. It's Higgins. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And the Rainbow Warriors will hustle to the line. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting his direction.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. Going up top on 1st down. Getting some heat. Touchdown, Hawaii! And that one will give them the lead.
Touchdown, Hawaii.
Wow, what a play. We're going to need to see that again to make sure he makes this catch and gets the foot in bounds. That was a great acrobatic play, understanding where you're at on the field to make that big catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Marshall looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Thundering Herd. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Heck of a showing. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Ross. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The give to the back. And the Trojans get enough for the first down. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Taylor. At the 45 on his way. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll give it to the back. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
At the 18-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Give to the running back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Complete to the left. Touchdown, Trojans! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the fourth quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Rainbow Warriors want to move quickly. He wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Perry. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47.
First down for the offense.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Sends it downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They're bringing heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Time to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Rainbow Warriors will line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out.
Fires one high and deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's cooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that one.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And the defense couldn't corral him Took it all the way. Touchdown, Troy. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. Fielded in the end zone, it's Watkins. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The Rainbow Warriors headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on second down. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Pulls it in on the right. Oh, look out. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Warriors. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
First part of the equation complete with the touchdown. Now the two-point try if you want to make the deficit just a field goal. He wants to throw it. Pressure coming. He gets it in for the two-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that one first down ends this football game.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll leave it with him. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Got his man quickly. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there, the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
They go to the ground. Tackle is made after the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Plows through the defense.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Handoff to the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd down coming up.
8th play of the drive, and to keep this one going, they'll need to convert a 3rd and 5. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Shreveport, Louisiana, home to the 11th oldest bowl game in college football, the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see, the SMU Mustangs taking on a team from Conference USA, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Gamecocks will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
Looking for a crease. It's Savage. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building, is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity that will make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, there's a saying in college football that in freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up, get the extra practices mentally, and from a confidence standpoint, you turn the page. I can remember back to my true freshman year, we're getting ready to play Penn State. We had a lot of NFL talent in my freshman class, and everybody just seemed to grow a foot taller. They were playing with a different intensity level that really paid off for us the next year.
And the Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever...
And he makes the catch inside the 15. Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecock.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So SMU's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team, there's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes, Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that.
Quick completion to the right. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. The snap sets up to throw. Finds his tight end. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Complete to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
Quarterback checking the play. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that. Nice job.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got it behind the line. It's Savage. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Tackled there by the defense.
And I know it's not a 1st down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable, try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Grabbed in the middle. It's Vaughn. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Working that left side now. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on third. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Fires to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Vaughn.
That's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the Gamecocks will keep this drive going.
And I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this up.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! A great catch and run for 6. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive.
Running toward the tape. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there. He's picking up a huge chunk of yards.
And I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
They go to the wide receiver screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd down, going up top. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
On 4th down, going to the air. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Running back searching for a hole. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Mustangs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Makes his connection. Touchdown, SMU! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
PAT unit on the field. Right down the boulevard. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Coming after him. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
First down for the offense.
He's going to pass. With the catch, it's Savage. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback checking off. Looking to go up top on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's caught inside the 30. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Mustangs!
This offense is high-octane, boy. You just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. He makes the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, I myself have been in Shreveport to call the Independence Bowl. What a fantastic experience, and we've had ourselves a fun first half. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime.
And the Gamecocks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time, and that applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things in that first half. Need some more big plays here to get this double.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in the rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Leaves it with the running back. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Carroll.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
And here comes the offense on second down. Using the quick game. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
At the 43-yard line. That's a first down for the offense.
The Mustangs with the 1st and 10. On the move. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's got it on the right. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
I really like this slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
Quickly complete. Finds a crease at the 20. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, SMU! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
Number 12, set to kick it away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry up. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. And the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Third down play from the gun. Makes a connection. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
I love the job the quarterback does surveying the defense there. Great job pre-snap recognition, understanding the coverage. He goes to his curl route, gets the completion, and picks up the first.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
Good enough for first down.
Might as well give it to him again. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
On the run, it's Savage. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Trying to convert this second and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
People talk about physical tackles all the time. That's how you deliver the boom. Lower your pads, run your feet, take that guy from him going forward to flat backwards on his back.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. A fair catch called for and made. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to.
Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs!
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen.
Looking deep down the right side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
DBs will try to keep everything in front. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got it down the left. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's a really nice shot play called by the offensive coordinator. And what helps that coordinator feel confident calling that play? His offensive line. He knows these guys up front are going to give the...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play. Just gave up a big completion down.
He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead.
He's brought down.
Piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season, and also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Running back goes in motion. Swings it out to his running back. Fakes his man out. Snowed under by the defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And the Mustangs will have it 1st and 10. Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
At the 20, he's got space. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, SMU! And the route is on. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
And I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, you can take a miracle for the defense to get back in, and that miracle is no longer coming now.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. The freshman able to get home with the sack. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got an open man. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
It's 2nd down.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. He'll set up to throw. Dumps it to the back. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Offense set on 1st down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quarterback will audible. He's back to throw on second down. Looking down the middle. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. A third and long coming up here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Trying to burn this defensive back. Touchdown, Mustangs! And the pummeling has started.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.